Exactly 5:16, Google Maps is getting several new AI-powered enhancements. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, an AI update is coming to Google Maps. The AI-powered features include immersive view for routes, which offers a multi-dimensional look at your trip. There are easier-to-follow directions and enhanced search results, making Maps perform a lot more like a Google search. Next, Meta's Threads now has built-in options for posting GIFs and polls. Users can post a GIF by using the button in the Post Creation window, and they can add up to 4 polls to a post and control who can respond. The polls will stay open for 24 hours. Finally, Sony says there should be plenty of PlayStation 5s to go around this holiday season. A top executive claiming retailers around the world will be fully stocked with consoles for the first time ever. That follows several years of shortages when many players could not find any to buy. I was sad when I couldn't get a PS5. No one could console me. Those are your Tech Bites.
That's cute.
5:17, 75 degrees.
Let's look out there with TransGuide this morning, looking over at I-10 at Provant. Things are moving there. Also, I-35 San Marcos, things look pretty good so far. We have Justin Horn in this morning. We're going to be checking in with him about the roadways very shortly.
Be the difference for women, children, and families hungry for a better future. Care.org. Support today to feed tomorrow.
On your period, sudden gushes happen. Say goodbye gush fears thanks to Always Ultra Thins with rapid dry technology that absorbs 2 times faster. Hello, clean and comfortable. Always fear no gush.
Start your day with Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand.
Welcome back. It's 5:20.
Justin's handling traffic this morning.
Yes, I am.
End of sentence. I'm sorry. I left you hanging there for a second.
Yes, and TransGuide so far, we haven't seen a lot, but there is a rollover that we need to discuss, and that is along I-35. It is northbound, but this is down near Palo Alto. And first off, we're looking at TransGuide here, and again, we don't have it pulled up on TransGuide yet, but I want to take you to the map and show you where that is. And that is on the south side there along I-35, right about there. And that's where we believe there's a car probably perhaps in the median, but they've got the lane shut down. So we want to let you know that if you're headed in northbound, you can see there's no green right there. That means the road is shut down. So you're likely going to be rerouted onto the service road and around this incident. So far, we don't have any big backups here, but I'm guessing that once we get a little bit later into the morning, if this persists and they don't get this cleaned up, then you will start to see some backups if you're heading into town along I-35. So heads up there. We've got a rollover. That's the one incident that we're seeing on TransGuide. Otherwise, again, pretty smooth sailing here for most spots. This is 410 at Ingram. And then looking at 410 at Starcrest, not having a lot of issues there. And the roads generally are pretty dry, Mike. It looks like we don't see too many big problems there on the freeways.
No, but we are starting to see a few more of the showers popping up around the area, so just kind of keep that in mind. And, you know, since it's been damp here and there may be still some wet spots. All right, this is still pictures that have been coming in from that little small tornado that popped up yesterday morning. And in the 300 block of Sandmeyer Road, tree damage. Thanks, CPS, for getting out there real quick and taking care of that. And just a reminder, if there's any power lines ever knocked down, don't touch them. Call CPS, or if there's any sort of a gas leak, anything like that. But thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. A little murky out there. We are dealing with a bit of fog. I'm going to show you that in a second. First of all, here's what it looks like on radar right now. We've got this batch right there by Bandera and a couple of, decent downpours, that red that is thrown in there. And that's what we can still expect, because again, if you were to take a kind of a column of air all the way up and just press all the moisture down. There's a lot of moisture to work with in the atmosphere right now, and so that's why we are seeing some of these potentially heavier downpours. A couple little scattered showers right up here in and around Bernie, Sisterdale, Comfort, a couple of those showers as well. Elsewhere, again, when you widen out, there's not a heck of a lot, but we will continue to see some of these developing throughout the course of the morning and then, of course, by the afternoon. As far as rain chances today, call it 40%, 20 tomorrow, Sunday. Not great tomorrow, Sunday, but then that really ramps up Sunday night into Monday as the front works its way on through here. And let me tell you, this is a front. 7 right now in Cut Bank, 12 Casper. Cold air continues to work its way down to the south, 27 in Denver. Then wind chills. 7 below in Cut Bank, Montana, 16 in Denver. Obviously, we're not going to be that cold, but this front, you're definitely going to take notice of this thing, especially by Monday morning. So this is what it looks like Sunday, just a couple of scattered showers. Front continues to work its way down to the south, working its way through the hill country in the late afternoon. Here in town, going for dinner time, early evening. Winds will shift around, colder temperatures move in, and there's going to be a lot of rain in behind, and that rain's going to be sticking around into Monday. So it's going to be a wet commute Monday. It's going to be very cool on Monday and staying cold. Now, the good news is what it's looking like is we will have the rain, a little bit of leftover rain early on Tuesday, but then that's going to start to clear on out. So I think we're going to have a dry trick or treat, but it is definitely going to be cold. And once again, look at those wind chills Monday in the 30s. Justin loves this weather. We'll be back.
And welcome back. It's 527. Happening today and tomorrow, Haven for Hope is holding a fall coat drive. They are accepting any new or gently used coats of all sizes for any age or gender. You can drop them off at Haven for Hope today or tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have more information on ksat.com. Right now, 527, 75 degrees. And roughly 900 American troops are being deployed to the Middle East. Up next, why the Pentagon says those troops are not going to Israel. And if you're troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night or experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic, who are you going to call? The Texas Ghost Chasers, of course. Just ahead, how they're using new technology to capture some very interesting things on camera. This morning, nearly 1,000 American troops are being deployed to the Middle East.
I can confirm that they are not going to Israel, and that again, they are intended to support regional deterrence efforts and further bolster U.S. force protection capabilities.
Up next, how the White House is also planning to provide more humanitarian assistance to Israel and Hamas. And here at home was very noisy yesterday. This morning, very quiet and humid at 75 degrees. I believe that was supposed to say Gaza versus Hamas. All right, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, October 27th. Thanks for joining us. Happy Friday. We hope you had a wonderful week. What an adventure as far as the weather, though, yesterday.
Yes, indeed. It started late in the morning and then continued on mid-morning with some of those little tornadoes that were spinning up out there. But one thing I want to point out, this morning it's warm and humid. This time Monday morning, make sure you have a jacket handy. Make sure you check out your furnace and your heating this weekend, because it is going to be very cold. It is not the kind of weather that some folks really enjoy that much.
2 thumbs down.
That's funny.
Sorry.
Did they hear him?
That was Justin who said 2 thumbs down.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've got a little bit of a kind of a murky look off in the distance there. There is a bit of fog to deal with. Not a lot, but just some out there and some damp roads. 76 right now. So once again, we're almost 20 degrees above normal this morning. And then 74 is the dew point, which means there's a ton of humidity out there. And just to put it in perspective, the high temperature Monday is going to be basically in the afternoon about 30 degrees lower than that. And we'll also have wind chills to deal with. More on that coming up. We do have a few showers out there right now. Not a lot, obviously. Just these, basically a couple of scattered ones in portions of the hill country. Decent little downpour just north of Bandera, sliding up to the north. Elsewhere, nothing is showing up on radar in and around 10, maybe a couple little sprinkles that have moved on through. But again, these kind of pop up there and then sort of fizzle themselves out. And elsewhere, off to the east and southeast, there may be a couple of those as well. But not a lot. We'll start to see more developing later on this morning as well as this afternoon. Visibility, 5 miles Kerrville, Castroville, and not bad elsewhere. But like I said, just kind of be on the lookout for that. Molds on the moderate side, low amounts ragweed, fall, elm, and grass. And a couple of sprinkly showers around this morning, warm and humid. Later on this afternoon, some scattered rain, warm and humid. And that's going to be the situation tomorrow as well. Going to a game tonight. Probably a good idea to take an umbrella just to have it handy. Then Sunday, we start off a couple of showers here and there, pretty much a continuation of tomorrow. Very warm. Then that cold front moves through. Obviously, sooner in the hill country. Here in town, it's going to be early evening, just after dinner time. You will know it when this thing comes on through. And as we were talking about this time Monday morning, wind chills down in the 30s. Cold, wet, windy, raw all day long on Monday. Halloween is looking better as far as trick-or-treat weather. Still very cold, but we'll get rid of the rain around here. We'll take a closer look at that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Justin, earlier you were talking about a rollover somewhere?
Yeah, there is. We have that on the city south side along I-35. It's going northbound, but the road is closed down there along I-35, so it hasn't caused problems yet. It probably will. So we look at TransGuide. There's not a lot to look at right now. The TransGuide camera where this occurred is not functioning right now, so we can't get you a look at it, but we can see it on a map. And you see where the green just does not continue here. That means the road is closed. So what is going on here is you're going to have to exit onto the service road, and I can zoom in a little bit closer here, and you're going to have to go around this crash. And so you'll get on the service road here. You'll have to come through the light on Jordanton Petite Freeway here and then get around this thing. But it is going to probably start to slow down traffic here pretty soon, just as the commute picks up. And again, this is it came in as a rollover. So as we get more information, we'll certainly pass it along. Otherwise, I-37 Indian Hills looks good there. 410 Jackson Keller. We've got dry roads for the most part, so that always helps. And the Friday commute is always generally a bit lighter. But if anything picks up or if we see more crashes, we'll certainly pass it along to you guys.
Thank you, Justin. New this morning, San Antonio police say they caught them in the act. 4 people who they say were stealing thousands of dollars worth of copper wire. It happened at a former CPS Energy site at North St. Mary's and Jones Avenue. Katrina Weber is there and tells us why police say this may be one for the record books.
Yeah, police tell me this is something they've never seen before, definitely new to me. People stealing copper wire, they say, from underground. Now, it happened here. This is the hole that they believe the suspects used to get into this property, which at one point was owned by CPS Energy. Police say that this was vacant, though. Somehow those people knew about the wire underground and were somehow able to get down there, pull out tons of wire. They say probably worth $20,000 to $30,000. Now, the way police found out about this is they got a call from a neighbor who had a bird's eye view of this parking lot, saw some suspicious people, and phoned it in around 3 o'clock this morning. Officers got here and caught some of those suspects, they say, right in the act. One of them was able to run away, but they did get 4 people, 3 men and 1 woman, into custody, now facing charges that probably include burglary as well as stealing or theft of copper wire. And police again say this is something they've never seen. Usually copper wire is stolen from a building or something like that, but this was underground and they were able to pull out a large amount, according to police. Reporting near downtown, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
5:36, tensions in the Middle East on the rise, and so is the death toll in Gaza.
As the war between Israel and Hamas escalates, there are calls for Israel to allow aid into Gaza. Meanwhile, as CNN's John Lawrence reports, the U.S. is now boosting its presence in the region.
Roughly 900 American troops are being deployed to the Middle East to provide more protection for U.S. forces and interests overseas, according to the Pentagon.
I can confirm that they are not going to Israel, and that again, they are intended to support regional deterrence efforts and further bolster U.S. force protection capabilities.
The deployed forces are coming from Fort Bliss, Fort Sill, Fort Liberty, and Fort Cavazos.
We're going to continue to communicate with our partners on the importance of civilian safety, but we also recognize Israel's inherent right of self-defense as well.
Israeli military officials say they're preparing for a ground offensive against Hamas following the militant group's fatal attacks on Israel earlier this month.
We are continuing to support Israel's military. Security assistance continues to flow to them as needed almost on a daily basis.
This latest conflict between the Israelis and Palestinians has caused more than 1,400 deaths in Israel and nearly 6,000 in Gaza since the start of the war, according to officials from both sides. Some leaders of the European Union are calling for a humanitarian pause in the war so that much-needed aid can be brought into Gaza.
We're working with partners on the ground to see if we can accelerate and increase the flow of humanitarian assistance in.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Oil and gas company British Petroleum, better known as BP, is buying $100 million worth of electric vehicle chargers from Tesla. They'll be used for its own charging network. This is the first time Tesla has ever sold chargers to another company. Installation will begin next year at various BP-owned locations, as well as some third-party locations like Hertz Rental Car. So far, BP Pulse has 27,000 charging points and has announced plans for expansion.
And Taylor Swift is now a billionaire. That's according to a Bloomberg analysis saying Swift's total net worth has reached $1.1 billion. So Bloomberg says Swift is one of the few entertainers to reach that status based on just her music and performances. Her Eras tour is set to gross an estimated $2.2 billion in North America ticket sales alone. Swift announced in 2019 that she had planned to re-record her first 6 studio albums after her former label sold her master recordings. She has released Taylor's version albums for Red, Speak Now, and Fearless. And she is releasing her album 1989 today, which has earned 10 Grammy nominations.
539, 75 degrees.
And helping the hearing impaired, that's a mission for one local nonprofit. Up next, how it's making playtime more fun for kids with hearing impairments.
Outside with live cam, mid-70s for now. Very cold weather on the way for South Texas as we head into next week. And we have an update on your Halloween and trick-or-treat forecast straight ahead right here on GMSA. Just about 5:43 with hundreds of playgrounds across the city. One nonprofit is working to make at least one of those more accessible to the deaf and hard of hearing community.
Our Avery Everett shows what this means for many kids across San Antonio.
Yeah, it's a long time coming. Yeah. So it's just very special.
This playground was built with a purpose.
We designed it where it has limited static electricity.
And to the team of San Antonio nonprofit Aid the Silent, it's all about accessibility for the deaf and hard of hearing community.
You know, when I was growing up, I always felt lonely on the playground. That's where I felt like I couldn't really belong or understand. I played by myself a lot.
This playground is strategically designed with deaf accessibility in mind. Like this slide, it's completely metal. That's because sometimes there's static going down a plastic slide that can wipe out the programming in a cochlear implant.
It is just amazing to me how much I've learned from this project.
Aid the Silent is one of 100 community-nominated projects across the United States. It's selected to be a part of the 2023 Lowe's Hometowns Community Impact Project. In just a couple of months, they've renovated sidewalks, created an outdoor area, and built this playground.
It made me feel like the kids have freedom to be here and have more space to have fun.
Once a 9-year-old student, now turned a 19-year-old volunteer. Aid the Silent's Kendall Warish says this playground gives young kids who are deaf or hard of hearing a place to just be called kids.
So they feel like I can't play, so this one is the best, but now they can play and they're deaf.
From the stage to the slides.
They feel beautiful now.
Aid the Silent is building a community and now a playground too. With that grant, Aid the Silent was also able to redo their walkways. They were able to make their sidewalks more wheelchair accessible. Take a look. They were able to connect the street to the sidewalks, another effort to increase accessibility here in San Antonio. Now, the grand opening for all of this is on November 15th, but if you want to help, you can head on over to ksat.com. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Meanwhile, the city of Seguin is one of 3 cities in the nation that just won a $75,000 grant that will go toward Max Stark Park. So it was a part of a program called Perk Your Park, coordinated by the National Recreation and Park Association and Niagara Bottling.
A representative with the city of Seguin says it was because of the public's commitment that the community was able to win the grant. She says this will build a brand new playground for kids of all physical abilities to enjoy.
Time now, 5:45 and 75 degrees for now.
If you ain't afraid of no ghosts, up next we'll show you what one local ghost chaser captured on camera with the help of some new technology. Good morning. Welcome back. 548. Do you believe in ghosts? Whether you believe or not, one local ghost chaser has recently captured some interesting things on camera.
The Texas ghost chaser spoke with our Eric Hernandez and shows us why he believes he has evidence that ghosts exist.
For 20 years, Alex Arredondo has been chasing the unknown. As a paranormal investigator, he's always been intrigued with the afterlife and feels it has been something that he can sense. Now he's hoping to prove that ghosts exist.
That's what we try and do, is documented evidence.
Recently, newer technology like an SLS camera has helped his team, the Texas Ghost Chasers, capture some interesting evidence.
What we do is we have an SLS camera, and that maps out the spirits as stick figures. So that right there is evidence in itself.
A recent investigation of the Minger Hotel in downtown San Antonio caught what appears to be a ghost playing some music.
It was 3 in the morning. So we were outside trying to pick up stuff, EVPs. So we went around to the pool area, and I had the SLS camera and came across the spirit that was right there in front by the swimming pool. There was a table, and he's actually playing an instrument.
This is a closer look at that video. It also appears the stick figure is tapping its foot and playing a violin.
That one was a good catch. Even the Minger staff, wow, we've never had anybody, catch that.
And he also captured this photo.
It's through the mirror, and it's a man with a derby hat, like back in the 20s, where they had those hats. Yes, so that was a good catch.
While this time of year is the busiest for the Texas Ghost Chasers, they have planned investigations for the rest of the year and will continue trying to prove the skeptics wrong. Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
I did one of those ghost tours downtown one time. We stopped outside the Minger. It was night. They go, see that room up there? That room is particularly haunted. And then the light went on, off, on, off, on, off. We moved on. I'm sure they were like, all right, Ricky, you can leave the room now.
Right. Before he passed away, Russell Rush, the former DJ, had that ghost hunting series, and he was on SA Live, and he was showing video, and they were at the Bonham. And there was the basement area where nobody wanted to go to, even the workers there, and they had a camera set up.
Really?
One of the producers was kind of sitting there at this bar and just doing some work. All of a sudden, you see her hair get lifted up like that. She's like, what the heck? Yeah.
At the bottom, you say?
You smiled, Justin, but no.
Less skeptical now, Justin Warren?
The skeptic over here. Listen.
Remember the story? Remember the stories in the old sales office in our building?
There's stuff going on here at KSAT, people.
Yeah, it's an old building.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Halloween is coming up. So.
What was that? Never mind. Go ahead.
Anyway, let's take a look at traffic real quick. TransGuide camera still giving us the all clear. We don't have a lot of issues that we can see, at least. The TransGuide camera where we do have that one incident is not functioning at the moment. But as we look at the other areas, things look fine. I want to go over to the map, though, because this incident is starting to cause problems now. We talked about it earlier. This is came in as a rollover. So I-35 North now shut down, northbound, still shut down. And so you're starting to see traffic slow just a little bit. What happens here is they're going to have people exit onto the service road, and you got to go through the intersection here at Poteet-Jordanton Freeway and then get back on I-35 up near Zarzamora. So just know that that may cause some slowdowns. There are a few routes that you can take around that Somerset Road if you'd like, but so far slowdowns aren't huge. They'll likely pick up, though, as the morning wears on and as the morning commute wears on. There's 281 in Tacoma, 1604 in Petrenko, 90 at Medio Creek. Traffic is picking up, but again, no other incidents other than that one there at I-35. Mike.
Thank you very much, sir. And it did look like a couple of those streets were a little bit on the damp side out there. We've had a few sprinkles around. All right, yesterday, beautiful, beautiful rain. And look at that, about 3 inches out there in New Braunfels. Gorgeous. Yeah, some folks almost picked up a little too much, but yeah, there were some pretty good downpours around the area yesterday. And that's what we can expect today, just those little pockets. You know, even yesterday, there were those little spots of rain, but they were small but mighty as far as rain coming down. Also, a little bit of, there wants to be a little bit of fog out there this morning. All right, let me try and rearrange this picture right here. And sorry, I got it zoomed in just a little too much. So I'm going to go back to, where can I go here, Justin? Help me out. Where is, I can't see. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. There you go. Thank you very much. All right. I had things all messed around here. All right, here's what's going on up there in portions of the hill country. And you can see just those few little showers. That one's heading right in toward Comfort. And it is, a decent downpour, and that's what we can expect. And then there are just those few other little spots in and around town. So there will be a couple of showers around today. And then as far as the cold front, and this arrives Sunday, just after sunset here in town, obviously sooner in the hill country. Temperatures are going to be dropping down. You're going to know it when this thing comes in. Windy conditions dropping 15, 20 degrees in a matter of a few hours or even sooner than that. And then wind gusts 40 miles per hour, wind chills 30s Monday morning. Yeah, it is going to be brutally cold out there. We have a little bit of scattered rain on Sunday. And then along and even behind this front, we're going to have plenty of rain around here. So it is definitely going to be a wet commute on Monday. And it stays wet all day on Monday. Just one of those, I describe it kind of a raw day. 84 tomorrow, 83 Sunday. Then the front comes on through here. Only 40s. Justin and I were even talking, if things clear out well enough Tuesday night, could be dipping into the upper 30s by Wednesday morning. It does look like the rain's going to be getting out of here in time for trick-or-treating, but it's going to be cold on Tuesday evening. A lot more after this.
A lot more ahead on GMSA. We're going to take a look at TransGuide running a little bit behind. We'll be right back after this break.
It's day 2 of the manhunt for the suspect in this latest mass shooting. I'm Micah Jacci reporting in Lewiston, Maine. Coming up, a look at the evidence gathered so far.
Back here at home, a local school district could finally find out who will fill its vacant board seat, but not without some controversy.
And happy Friday, looking out there with live cam. A human start to your day, but not as crazy as yesterday. That's what it looks like so far.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning to you. It is 6 a.m. on your Friday, October 27th.
Happy Friday. Thanks for joining us. We do have a developing situation in the traffic department. Let's start with Justin this morning.
And guys, this is that crash we've been talking about for the last half hour or so. This is down along I-35 on the city's south side. And we reported here that I-35 northbound was closed. You can see traffic starting to slow here, and you're going to have to go around this crash, which was reported as a rollover. The service road here, you're having to divert to the service road and then around this crash. But it is starting to cause some backups. And our Katrina Weber is there at the crash, and she has some more details for us. Katrina?
Well, good morning, Justin. I just talked to a police officer here at the scene of this crash. He tells me that it is a woman who was killed in the crash, and that's why the highway is shut down. If you look behind me, you can probably see the flashlights of some of the investigators as they're walking along. They say that this looks like a single car crash at this point. They didn't see anyone else around, but they got this call before 5 o'clock this morning, got here and found a car rolled over in the grassy median of the highway with the driver ejected from that car, and that's the woman who is dead. Police don't have any other information on her. We're not even sure what kind of car it is because we can't see it from here, but this does have the main lanes of I-35 northbound near Somerset Road closed, and that's the result. This traffic you see is the result of the closure. All the traffic being pushed onto the access road to get around this area. We don't have an estimate yet on when this will wrap up, but we do know that this investigation is active and ongoing. We'll keep you posted. Reporting live on the southwest side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you very much, Katrina. All right, take a look outside right now, and kind of murky conditions off in the distance. There wants to be a little bit of fog around this morning, so that's something to keep an eye on. And we do once again have a few little scattered showers. A decent downpour heading right in toward Comfort, heading up to the north there in eastern Kerr County. A couple of little scattered showers here and there. We've had a few move through town, so again, just assume that the roads are going to be damp this morning. Allow yourself a little extra time. A couple of more over here by Seguin. and just to the southwest of Gonzales. That's going to be the situation throughout the rest of the morning. Then we'll have some more scattered ones later on today. Visibility, 5 miles Castroville, 8 at Port SA and Stinson, 7 up the road in New Braunfels. So nothing as far as like pea soup fog out there. But again, just be on the lookout for that because of all the moisture in the ground, the moisture in the atmosphere this morning. Mold is moderate, little bits of ragweed, fall elm, and grass. And throughout the rest of today, well, of course, temperatures aren't going to be going anywhere this morning. We stay in the mid-70s. Again, a scattered shower here or there. Make it up to 80 today at noon. And then once again, we only gain 9 degrees, less than 10 on average around the area. 84 for a high. Very warm, very humid. A couple of scattered. And again, not everybody's going to see a downpour, but with all this moisture in the atmosphere, you get one of those decent showers to pop up and you can get some very heavy rain all of a sudden. Going to a game tonight, I'd take an umbrella just to be on the safe side. The very latest on the timing of the big cold front moving through here Sunday, that's coming up in just a couple of minutes. Steph, Mark.
Thank you, Mike. To one of our top stories we've been following overnight is the ongoing manhunt for the suspect in the mass shooting up in Maine.
Law enforcement searching for 40-year-old Robert Card, who is accused of killing 18 people and wounding 13 others at a bowling alley and bar.
As ABC's Ike Ajachi reports, police have collected more evidence which could point to a possible motive.
Overnight, investigators appearing no closer to catching Robert Card, the Army reservist wanted for the deadly mass shootings in Maine. Heavily armed police surrounding a home associated with Card Thursday night. Loud bangs ringing out through the neighborhood as police shouted for Card to surrender. ABC's Aaron Katursky describes the scene.
A number of tactical vehicles and troops come in, drones, helicopters, and our reporters there heard calling out commands to say, come out, calling the suspect by his name. And the suspicion was that they may have had him surrounded.
But nearly 2 hours later, most of the SWAT teams leaving the property. Police say Card opened fire at a bowling alley and nearby restaurant in the small city of Lewiston Wednesday night, killing 18 people and injuring 13. ABC News learning Card's sister told investigators she thought her brother may have been going after an ex-girlfriend at the bowling alley. 2 counties still under shelter-in-place advisories this morning. Schools and businesses are closed as far as 50 miles from the shooting scenes.
Everybody's scared. I mean, nobody is used to having a shooter in Maine.
According to sources, investigators finding a suicide note at Card's home addressed to his son. It did not provide a motive for the rampage, but contained bank information and what are described as rantings. Card this past summer was treated at a mental health facility after reportedly hearing voices and allegedly threatening to attack a National Guard facility. It appears Card was thoughtful about eluding police. He left behind a cell phone, which authorities have recovered, but apparently Card suspected the phone would be tracked. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Lewiston.
And right now on KSAT.com, remembering some of the victims of that mass shooting. A volunteer youth bowling coach known for encouraging children, and a bar manager whose father said tried to confront the gunman and died a hero were among those killed. Authorities have not released the victims' names, but their family members have been confirming their deaths. You can read more about them on our homepage.
Back here at home, one of the largest school districts in our area could finally be getting a new school board member.
Trustees from Northeast ISD could vote on an interim member later this morning.
KSAT's John Paul Barajas reports this particular seat has been open for nearly 3 months.
That's right. Trustee Terry Williams passed away in August after a long illness. Since then, there has been some back and forth on the board over her successor. Trustees interviewed 4 candidates Monday night. KSAT Investigates has learned one of those candidates was sued by NEISD last year. Jacqueline Klein was also sued by Bexar County and the city of San Antonio, all for allegedly not paying her property taxes. Lawsuit records show Klein owed just over $8,400 in taxes, penalties, and interest when that lawsuit was filed in January of 2022. Court records show Klein was unsuccessfully served in that case in May. KSAT Investigates confirmed that lawsuit is still pending. As of Thursday, Klein has not returned KSAT's calls for comment. Klein previously ran for the single-member District 2 seat last year. She lost to Terry Williams by less than 80 votes. Sources tell KSAT Klein has the support of 3 of the board's 6 trustees, but has faced questions from the other trustees over past social media posts and her backing from a conservative political action committee. Again, Klein is one of 4 candidates interviewed. That was Monday night. Trustees met in a 2-hour executive session after those interviews, announcing the vote this morning at 8:30. The person appointed will serve until the May election unless they run and are elected. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Happening today and tomorrow, Haven for Hope is holding a fall coat drive. They're accepting new or gently used coats of all sizes for all ages and genders.
You can drop them off at Haven for Hope today or tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we have all that information at ksatcommunity.com.
And looking ahead, there's another flu shot drive coming up. You can get a free vaccine courtesy of Bexar County and University Health. That opportunity is Saturday, November 4th from 8 a.m. to noon.
Time now 6:08 and 75 degrees for now.
Still to come on GMSA, UTSA looking to stay ahead of the changing world of cybersecurity. How a new degree that's a first of its kind can help future graduates.
And after the break, a celebration of Puerto Rico is happening this weekend here in the Alamo City. What you need to know about the Festival de Puerto Rico and how you can join the celebration.
Outside with Live Cam, an update on the cold front, how cold it's going to be and when, coming up right here on Good Morning San Antonio.